We are team members of the Early Psychosis Intervention Center, known as EPICenter at the Department of Psychiatry, University of Arizona in Tucson, Arizona. My name is Amelia Ibarra-Mevans, and I will give you an overview of what psychosis is.
My name is Dr. Aaron Aguilar Panet, and I will provide information on the link between psychosis and cannabis use.
And I'm Jessica Schachner. I'll be discussing ways to reduce or prevent cannabis use. We hope that this educational video helps to answer some basic questions you may have about the relationship between psychosis and cannabis use.
Have you ever wondered what psychosis really means? It's a word we hear in movies or on the news that is often misunderstood and surrounded by stigma. The truth is that psychosis is part of life. Many young people all over the world experience psychosis symptoms every day. Let's review what psychosis is, what causes it, and why understanding it matters. Psychosis is a condition that affects the way your brain processes information, causing a break of sorts with reality. This can involve hallucinations, seeing things or hearing things that aren't there, or delusions, strongly held beliefs that are inaccurate. Psychosis results from a combination of genetic and environmental factors. Psychosis can result from sleep deprivation, traumatic experiences, extreme stress, substance use, including cannabis, and certain medical conditions. It may also be the symptom of a mental illness like schizophrenia or bipolar disorder. Early signs of psychosis might include trouble concentrating, difficulties determining what is real and what is not, suspicious thoughts, sudden mood swings, or withdrawal from friends and family. Understanding psychosis is the first step in breaking the stigma and getting help. If you or someone you know might be experiencing psychotic symptoms, don't wait. Talk to someone who can help you, like a school counselor, a nurse, a physician, or you can call 988 to ask for guidance. While psychosis is sometimes triggered due to circumstances beyond our control, substance use is a common precipitating factor for symptoms to appear. Let's keep learning about the connection between psychosis and substance use, specifically cannabis.
First, what is cannabis? You may also know it as marijuana, weed, or pot. Cannabis refers to a plant whose flower is commonly used as a psychoactive substance. This means it has chemicals that alter brain functioning or bodily sensations. Cannabis can alter brain functioning by affecting coordination of body movements, perception of sights and sounds, and for some people, it may lead to or worsen existing symptoms of psychosis. Not everyone who uses cannabis experiences it in the same way. For some people, it may lead to a calming effect, but for others, it can lead to feeling more on edge or paranoid. These effects can also vary based on things like genetic factors, combining cannabis use with other substances, length and frequency of use, or even age. A lot of research has been done on the connection between psychosis and marijuana use. In general, research shows that more long-term psychosis, including schizophrenia, is associated with cannabis use. This is particularly true for individuals with a family history of schizophrenia, while other studies have found that risk for later schizophrenia increases with cannabis use even without the presence of genetic risk. Adolescence and the early 20s is a time during which your brain is still developing, mostly in the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for complex thinking and problem solving. Using cannabis frequently or using cannabis that is potent during these years increases the risk for psychosis. Now, the good news is that if you are struggling with cannabis and wish to stop or reduce use, there are some strategies that can help you. And remember, if you reduce or stop cannabis use, you also lower your risk for psychosis. Let's talk about some good ideas to stop or reduce cannabis use.
If you are currently experiencing psychosis or at risk of developing psychosis and wish to stop or reduce cannabis use by learning other coping strategies to deal with hard things, then you're in the right place. I am going to share some ideas with you. I hope you find them helpful. Grounding is a coping strategy you can use if you are experiencing distress from psychotic symptoms or other emotions. The goal of grounding is to bring your mind back to the present moment, bring yourself back to your body, and bring yourself back into the environment around you. For example, 5 senses grounding is when you name 5 things you see, 4 things you feel, 3 things you hear, 2 things you smell, and 1 thing you taste. Let me show you how it is done. Right now, I see a camera, a light, a microphone, cords, and a chair. I feel my hair, my necklace, my shirt, and my glasses. I hear humming of the equipment, the air conditioner, and footsteps outside. I smell my lotion and perfume. Finally, I taste the toothpaste I used this morning. You can also carry a small object, like a fidget, or even a rock, that you can hold to help you feel more grounded. If you are starting to feel distressed due to symptoms of psychosis, or actually anything in life, you can hold the object, notice how it feels, move it around, hey, have some fun with it. You can also take a couple of deep breaths and even think of a phrase that gives you a boost, like, I can do hard things, or I am safe, while holding the object. Other strategies, like moving your body, doing some art, and connecting to others can help you reduce intensity of psychotic symptoms and reduce your risk of using cannabis to feel better. If you like moving your body, try walking, stretching, or even dancing. Being around someone you trust, even just to say, hey, I'm having a hard time right now, can support emotional regulation and lower your risk of cannabis use. Sometimes even the environment, meaning the places where we are, can make it hard to abstain from cannabis use when feeling distressed. Research shows that external factors such as peer pressure, family conflict, or environments where cannabis use is common can contribute to engaging in cannabis use. Controlling your external environment is another helpful strategy that can be used to decrease or prevent cannabis use. Controlling your environment might mean avoiding certain friend groups, skipping gatherings where cannabis is present, and setting boundaries with people who don't understand your goal of decreasing or preventing cannabis use. It can also involve engaging in supportive peer groups, structured daily routines, and calming physical environments that reduce stress and support recovery.
We have covered a lot of information today. Let's wrap up by reviewing the questions we've answered. Our first question answered was, what is psychosis? Remember, psychosis refers to a set of symptoms that describe a loss of touch with reality. And remember, psychosis is more common than people think, and seeking help is important.
We then explored the question, what is the link between cannabis and psychosis? Much of the research indicates that cannabis use can exacerbate and in some cases cause psychosis symptoms.
Finally, we answered the question, what are ways to reduce or prevent cannabis use? And we highlighted 5 ideas: grounding, movement, creative outlets, social support, and controlling your environment.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope it was helpful. We encourage you to obtain more information on this topic and learn how to get help for yourself or a loved one who is struggling with psychosis and cannabis.
Our program, EPICenter, is one treatment resource if you live in Southern Arizona. We offer evidence-based treatment of early psychosis for up to 4 years.
Please reach out by visiting our website or contacting us via email or phone. We are here to help.